Hey everyone, Carmela, I'm back, and today I want to talk about underlighting for your kitchen cabinets. There's a few options out there, some of them you may not be aware of, so I thought I'd go over them and let you know what the pros and the cons are of each one. So the first one that we're going to talk about is actually, it's called Xenon fixture. It's actually the oldest technology that we're going to talk about today. Um, it kind of looks like this. All right. It does provide some really nice clean white light, which is what I like about this. It comes, you can have a three-way switch with that, which is really good. The cost is much low initially to purchase it. It can be hardwired or it also can be plugged in, and it's dimmable. What I really like about it is that you can see here it's kind of long, right? So it's going to give you a really nice long lighting on your counter. Um, the cons about it is that the consumer, it consumes a large amount of energy, and it also gives off a lot of heat. So you're not going to want to put like your food underneath the countertop, underneath the cabinet, because if you leave it there long enough, it just kind of heats it up a little bit. So that is something that you need to be aware of. This is what it looks like when you put it under your kitchen cabinet, so you have an idea what it is. See what I mean by all the lights being connected, and it gives you that nice long lighting underneath your cabinet. That's what I really like about this one, because like I said, it gives you some nice illumination on the countertops. Okay, so that is one option. The next one I want to talk about, and this is actually quite popular, is called the puck light. Do you know why it's called puck light? Because it looks like a hockey puck. It's actually a very popular look. A lot of my clients love this look. It's easy to install. Some of them even take batteries, so you don't even need to hardwire it. It can be hardwired, and by the way, any of these options, if you have a choice, I would hardwire them. I wouldn't want to mess around with batteries and having to replace them and all that stuff. So if it's in the budget and you can swing the hardwire, I would definitely get it hardwired by a licensed electrician. It has a more focused light, again, because it's not long, it's just round, so it's just going to focus right on that particular area. It's also affordable and it's dimmable. The cons are, like I said, it's a circle of light. So that if you have one here and you have one here, you'll have a little dim, a little dim area right here. Not a major concern, but I kind of like to have my whole countertop nice and lit. It does get hot if you use halogen light bulbs in there, but I think nowadays most of them are made with LEDs. So that's a good option, and I want to show you what it looks like when you put it underneath your kitchen cabinet. Okay, now you can kind of see when you're looking over here, you see it's more task. Again, it's a tax lighting, so it just goes into the one area. It is a really nice look, but again, I prefer something that's long because I want my whole countertop to light up. But this is definitely a good option. The next one I want to talk to, and I think personally is where it's going to go, is LED. Okay, this is just one option. It's the newest technology that's out there. It's the most energy efficient, no surprise there. It comes in some few colors, like you can have cool whites or a yellow white, so you do have the option of choosing the color that you like. It does come in silver brightness. Again, if you're doing this under the kitchen, you're definitely going to want the brightest you can get. It can be connected. Again, definitely hardwire it if you have that option, but you do have plugins if you need it. It's great if you're living in a house that's rented and you obviously don't want to spend the money to get it hardwired. You can certainly get plugins for that. It's dimmable. It has a long lifespan. That's the great thing about LED. And like I said, they run a lot cooler than halogen because halogen runs pretty hot. This will not. You don't have to worry about it. You know how in the old days when you used to change a light bulb and it was really hot, you had to turn it off. LEDs, you don't really have that issue. They run pretty cool, so that's a nice feature about them. The what I don't care for them is that they may need a separate power supply, and the cost initially is much higher because this is what's trending, this is what's popular, this what is in demand. So hence, that's what's going to cost more money. Law of supply and demand, right? And the color may not always be high enough. It depends on the strip that you're getting. Okay, I want to show you what it looks like when you put it underneath your cabinet. You can see it's nice. Gives you a really nice lighting. It's a clean, sleek look, so it's very pretty. Not that you're really going to see underneath your kitchen cabinets anyway, but it does give you that nice little option. I also, before I talk about the other one, that one, if you saw this, right, it had little strips of it, but it can also come and look something more like this. Okay, this is fluorescent, but it can come like this rather than like this. There are options, so you're going to really need to do some shopping, and you're probably going to want to talk to your electrician about that as well. So now the next one that I want to talk to is fluorescent strip. They have a nice slim option. They're still popular, believe it or not. The color is a lot less white than, say, the LEDs, which I really like white light. I don't like anything that has a yellowish tint to it. It can be connected from one next, you can connect this one to the next one, give you a nice long lighting underneath your kitchen cabinets. It can be, again, hardwire or plugged in. You can put a lot more lights under the kitchen cabinets. They come in different variations of sizes, and most of these actually come in different sizes as well. The thing about this that I don't like is the color may not be high enough. You may get that yellowish tint. Pricing is probably the same as LED. So in this case, I would just get the LED. I wouldn't even mess around with the fluorescent. And you do have a dimmer for an option if you wanted to. You can dim it a little bit. I actually had that in my old house where each one of these, like I had one on one side of the counter and I had a plug for that one. I had one for underneath the sink and I had a plug for that one. And I had another one for the other side and I had a plug for that one. I should say an outlet for each one, a switch for each one of these, so that if I wanted to turn them all on, all I had to do was turn on those 3 switches. If I wanted just the one under the sink, which I use most of the time, I would turn that one on, and so on and so on. So you can see, so it gives you a lot of options. Okay, this is kind of what it looks like. Okay, under the sink. I'm sorry, did I show that right? Hold on, because yep. Sorry about that. It was backwards. Okay, so you can kind of see, there it is, right? Now, this one is hardwire, I believe it is, or it's plugged in. You can have either one of those options, but again, it gives you a nice, clean lighting underneath the cabinets, which is what you want. Because I know a lot of people say, well, I don't need to have that because I have the hi-hats in the ceiling. Why do I need that? Okay, so you're in a kitchen, and you're cutting on the countertop, and you have the hi-hats up on the ceiling, and now when you're looking down, it's going to cast a shadow. As you get a little older, your eyesight's not so good, so you really want to have it as bright as you possibly can. So when you're chopping up, you can see what you're doing here. So even though you have the hi-hats in your kitchen or whatever lighting you have up on the kitchen ceiling, you really do want to have this underneath your kitchen cabinet. It does add to the cost, but I also think that adds value to your home. So don't be afraid to try on the underlighting cabinets. If hard wiring is an expense you don't want to do, you certainly can get them plugged in. There's many options, many selections. I suggest you shop around a little bit and see which one you like. You can always ask your contractor or electrician for some recommendation. I'm sure they will guide you. I am here to help you in any capacity that you may want. So if you're, get stuck on some of these things, you could always reach out to me. I'd be more than willing to help out. That's it. This is a short little video because there's not a whole lot of selection on under lighting cabinet, but I do think it's very important because it adds the ambiance to the whole kitchen, and it does make it really workable for you. You have a nice workable kitchen. This is what you want. So I will see you all next week. I certainly hope you enjoy that. Please feel free to leave any comments or suggestion below. I look forward to seeing you guys all next week. Until then, have a great day, everybody.